Kids feel really entitled these days, Kim.
Yeah, but we made those monsters, Kim,
I didn't. I just tried to raise them.
and you spoiled them.
At this point, I'm with Monique. F them kids.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of
A juicy
Juicy
Podcast.
Podcast. Yes, and today we're talking about resilience.
Okay.
Resilience.
I like that.
And us as a whole, as a country, as people in general, how are you doing? How are you doing 4 years after the Big P? How are you doing?
The Big P.
Yeah. Have you recovered from 2020?
Oh, that's the big. Okay.
The Big P.
Oh, okay. My bad.
What's she thinking about, y'all? Like y'all now.
No. She be doing a lot, so I didn't know what she was talking about. I thought it was gonna be real juicy, but okay.
Well, she trying to get juicy, y'all. We're gonna leave that for another day. So tell us, have you recovered from 2020? And how has that experience changed you?
Well, yeah, for the most part, I feel like I have. It made me, you better sit down and think. You know, it's almost like you're locked up, you're locked away. So there's no hiding. You know, you can't distract yourself by going outside, and you can't be around people. You got to quarantine and stay in the space that you're in. So then you get to see, who you're close to, who you're not close to, and what do you do with time? Because, right, those of us who still work, you don't ever have enough time. Time. And then you sit down. Then what? I think it helped a lot of people declutter, clean out, situationships, draw closer to family, and reprioritize. Because when you can't work, then you can't work, then what? I know that from what I've read and seen that there are a lot of businesses born during that time. I think that, when you're on the hamster wheel, you don't see yourself being able to get off the wheel. And the idea of not working or losing your job is so, terrifying. But when you have no other choice, then you start saying, well, wait a minute. I might be able to make it. Because, you went through that space. So I think that a lot of people have recovered. I think some people are still struggling. I saw something on the news recently about children who missed out on school and how some of them are having a difficult time being at grade level and working socially with others. So, but I think it was, to a degree, an opportunity to make some adjustments. I know that there were a lot of people lost, and that's never a good thing.
Yes.
And if you were one of those people who did not have to deal with that, you did have the opportunity to reconsider some things and make some different choices and adjustments. What about you? Have you recovered?
I've recovered, but in an aspect, as in financially, I wasn't hurt as bad as some people were.
Right.
And job aspect, I wasn't hurt as bad as some people were. Because I read, like for when you get a month behind, it takes you 6 months to recover. So just think about those who is a year behind.
Right.
They're still trying to recover, And I read somewhere where it may take, up to anywhere from 5 to 10 years for
Wow.
some people
Yeah,
to recover
I can see that.
from this situation. And the reason that is because everything has went up so much since then.
Uh-huh.
So not only are you behind,
Yeah.
but you have to catch up times 5 now because everything's, went up so much since then.
Mm-hmm.
Me doing 2020, it was a rough year. I chose to get out of situationship. See you later, bye. And went back. Ain't thinking about going back. And I felt that was a good thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still happy that I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I chose that. I chose me. At that time, I was not only working, but I was in school. So when before 2020, I would go to work and I would stay after school, after work for an hour or two or go to the library and do my schoolwork.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got home, I was like at peace. It was my quiet place. It wasn't no work. It wasn't no school. It was just me,
Mm-hmm.
And Law and Order or something. And then when that situation happened in March and everything shut down, it was like the 2 weeks turned into a month,
Yes.
turned into another month. I had nowhere to go. I found myself sitting in the bathroom. For real, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in the shower for a little bit longer. I'm gonna stay in the bathroom. And it just, I felt sometimes a little defeated because it was me. Then it was my daughter and her work at home. And then it was my son and his work at home. And everybody had school. So it wasn't a space that I could go to say, oh, I'm going to be in here today and there tomorrow. And no, it was just, I'm in my space because this person got that space, this person got that space. And so it was a lot.
Absolutely.
It was a lot. And then when 2021 came around and we were able to get out a little bit more, like I was like, well, towards the end of 2020, early 2021, I started doing these staycations and doing little hotel stays with just me. I would go to the hotel and stay 1 or 2 days and then feel refreshed and rejuvenated and feel like I went somewhere and then come back home and, could deal with it for another few months. And I started doing that as an escape. And I felt good. And I had the money to do it because I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't spending no money on nothing. And hotels was like giving love, because they wasn't really getting anybody. So I would go stay in some really nice hotels on the low. And I still find myself doing that, even though the prices have went back up. And instead of $80-some, I'm spending $180-some. I still do that. I went and spent a couple of days just last week at a hotel just to get away for a couple of days and be in a different space and, reboot, have a drink, go sit in a sauna, a jacuzzi or something and just, relax. So for me, and I would say my family, it wasn't as severe.
Yeah.
But I know some people. I know some people personally that got hit pretty hard by 2020. And is still trying to revamp and reboot the situation. And then I know some people, like you said, started a business. At that time, my own business was pretty new. And, you know, I wasn't doing much, work at that time. And then also by me being school full time, I slacked up some doing my business at that time also, because being 50 something in college, senior year, with papers, 5-page papers every week, it was not an easy task. So trying to run a business too was pretty, really rough. So, but I know some other people that started businesses and some flourished,
Yes.
some did not.
Mm-hmm.
It was just an interesting time overall.
It was a crazy time.
And yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
With that being said, what do you take from 2020? Can you share some of your ups, downs, or craziness? Did it hit you hard? Did you have the big C-19? Or was you, lucky enough not to deal with it at all as much? Was your family hit?
Uh-huh. Now, are you recovering? Are you still recovering?
Yeah, are you still recovering? So please share, your thoughts, about how your city, because our city, the young people in our city got a little wild and crazy. Street races and things. We ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
The takeovers was crazy, even crazier,
Tell us, could you find toilet paper?
Don't talk about the 3-hour line at the grocery store. 3-hour lines at the grocery store. So, share what you went through. So leave a comment,
Like,
share,
subscribe.
yeah, and let us know how you feel. Bye.
Bye, grown folks.
Just remember what I say.